Hi, everyone, and welcome back to You Have a Friend in Majula. We're not in Majula right now, but it's me here, Dia, and I'm here with Derby and also our fabulous co-host, Trevor Strunk. Trevor, what's up?
Not so much. Yeah, it's gonna snow tonight.
Oh,
Is
is it
what I
gonna
hear.
snow tonight? That's exciting.
Yeah.
It's not gonna snow in Dark Souls.
No, it's not. It's going to snow most of the northeast area of the United States, but not in Dark Souls. Which actually, gotta tell you, I appreciate Dark Souls' constancy with that. I like knowing it's not going to be a shuffling experience in Dark Souls.
It's really interesting because Dark Souls, even when you get to the painted world of Ariamis and I guess Ariandel, Ariandel's actually feels a little bit colder, but like Dark Souls always feels very warm and humid.
Yeah, moist. If it's cold, it's because you're in a crypt.
Yeah.
Like the Tomb of the Giants feels cold, but not in a snowy way by any means.
Yeah, and I mean, I guess it's the age of fire is a thing. Maybe.
Well, Seath Slayer is cold, right? There's ice there.
No, those are crystals.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and then we can ask the question: are the crystals cold? What does it feel like to touch Seath's crystals, or are they because they're resonant with magic? Are they actually somewhat warmer to the touch?
That's a really good question because I've always thought cold, but now I'm really rethinking that.
Right? Yeah.
Oh boy,
it's a pickle.
This is really messing me. I need to rethink everything I've ever thought about Seath.
Yeah, no, I'm like the Oracle in the Matrix. Just asking, just kind of putting stuff out there, making you think about it. So we're at
kid bending spoons over there.
We're back at No Man's Wharf, Trevor, where there's a pirate ship now. This big old pirate ship is in here.
I liked that you said we got our Goonies on because this does have a Goonies feel. We didn't really bring that up on stream.
Yeah, no, this is the ending of Goonies. This could not be more the ending of fucking Goonies, which, Goonies 2, one of the greatest Souls-likes ever made.
I feel like between like the games like Goonies 2 that people kind of you always
yeah
you always played one of them if you were around during NES. Like there was always one of the sort of like weird. Oh, that was close.
You got to get the death out first. You just got to just early.
Now we won't die again.
Early on, get the big death in.
Guy's trying to walk right in the water. But I always played. I like one of the weird sort of like outlier game I always played was A Boy and His Blob.
That was a game that I used to rent, and I would always get just completely flummoxed by it. I think when I first played it, I could never get down the hole, and I was just kind of like, well, what do? I don't understand what this game wants from me.
I mean, like that is. I think that like that era of NES games, like the weird ones, like Goonies 2 is actually a pretty smart game, but like also it's hard. That and like Bayou Billy and those games, like what do you want from me, video? Even like something like River City Ransom.
Yeah.
There's a moment where you're like, what's the store? Why am I doing this? Like what is I just have to go with the let it take you a little bit.
Fucking
Jeez.
Come on. Oh, it's this asshole over here. This little... All right, I know we're not doing this.
No, this is...
Here, fuck off.
This is rude.
And see, remember last time in Dark Souls, we ran around a bunch real fast and just pulled a lever, basically.
It rocked to pull that lever.
That was really fun. And then I rolled off the wrong direction. I jumped off.
For the new year.
I jumped off on the spot that I didn't want to do, and it was great. It was a really good time. I'm just eternally pleased with how that episode went, and
It was really good.
Getting absolutely wrecked here.
You are fighting like 4 of these guys. Oh.
Damn.
I like that you play this way because I play this way too, where even if you're doing like the run through, there's a part of you that can't ever really commit to the run through. Like you look back and you're like, well, there's 5 guys there. I could probably take them out pretty quick.
Right. Well, I mean, I just feel like, sometimes you just got to commit to not being non-committal about things. You have to be willing to change the plan.
That's what I think that's called like a state of play.
Is that a flow state?
Yeah, you're in a flow state.
It's me in the perpetual state of flow over here.
I like the idea of calling just like saying like all the sort of Six Sigma stuff is just being confused. Like if you're really like maximizing your synergy, you're just confused.
I like this dude is just over here, just with the fire arrows, just nonstop, He's trying. Like can't just sit here and have a conversation in, No,
you got to run.
The Undead Wharf. You got like that going on, like no matter what. Okay.
All right.
There's this asshole up here.
He's definitely gonna jump down on you.
Yeah, he is.
Oh no, he's not. He's gonna shoot arrows at you.
All right, we're just gonna.
Nice.
Just make ourselves some breathing room. That's it. We gotta do. I really do love this. This is an interesting, fun place. Like
it really is.
It's fun because like I like hideaways. I think hideaways are really fun and interesting. I think they're cool in RPGs. Kind of they're fun space to explore. The Lego set version of this space is really rad. From like 1994.
Oh, I was gonna say. Now I know which one you mean. The one with the ghost with the smiley face. But I thought
no, that one. There's that. No, there's
that's the one I had. That's.
I'm thinking. Well, yeah, I did the whole fucking thread about that thing. God, I should.
I loved that post because it made me feel like I was like 5 again.
It's really funny because I just got review code for Demon Gaze. The remake of Demon, or the enhanced edition for PlayStation 4 and Switch. And I was like just sitting here just like kind of just like, do I want to get this? Do I like care about reviewing this still? Because they had like I hadn't heard about the code at all, and like today it came out. And I was like, maybe I'll just like skip it. I'll just go do something. I'll write something else. I could write about that Lego set and game design. And now I'm like, well, no, I got the review code like 2 minutes before we started recording.
You should like take this opportunity to write about Demon Gaze and Legos. Just really like let your creative writing professor prompt shine there.
I think the problem is I don't know that there's much to write about with Demon Gaze in that regard. It's kind of one of those very maximalist anime ass dungeon crawlers.
Ooh. Oh, now you're talking my language.
It does some neat things. From what I remember from the Vita, the original Demon Gaze actually does some pretty neat things. I don't know what the new one brings to the table. I like that just the quirk of the camera there meant that like I got like a cool like side dodge, but it didn't.
The camera's really working with and against you.
God, I am like fighting the camera in this so much this season of Dark Souls.
But it's also like it also makes you do really cool moves.
It does. It's
so who can say if it's good or bad?
I mean, I can say that it's bad just because it's pissing me off.
But the viewers, Dan.
That's true. That's what matters.
They're living life, yeah.
Derby's little head rag. I like that it really is kind of just like this gross rag with you know, like this like piece of muslin with just like these kind of abyss
strange grandma
like
scarf.
these like these tendrils.
Yeah, just seeing like a lot of use. I like how it's stitched too. Like if you look up close, there's like really like if you go around, yeah, see on the side,
Oh,
there's like really here like go yeah over there. You can see
yeah,
like there's some really sloppy stitching on it, and up
yeah.
at the top too. Just someone it broke.
That's weird. It's like, well, it's like they wanted to make it into. They didn't know how to quite like tailor a piece of like just a square of cloth.
It's a classic problem.
It's very, very weird.
When humans got their first squares of cloth, this was a square of cloth technology. Took a while.
Okay. Now we're back here at least.
And no one's chasing us.
No one's chasing us. Yeah. That's good.
In thinking about the state of play and like just saying it's being confused reminds me of, and I'm sure I've told you this story because I tell it all the time, but it makes me laugh every time. One of my very good friends in college, my friend Maureen, asked me one time what a panopticon was, and I told her, based on the scene from Jane Eyre when she's looking out the window at the beginning and reading, I just told her a panopticon's a window, and I knew I was wrong, but Maureen was like, "No, Trevor, a panopticon is not a window," and I was like, "No, Maureen, it really is. It's the window." And I just kept at it forever. Like it was just my thing that a panopticon was a window. And I feel like Dark Souls is a game that really rewards being glib with definitions. Like Dark Souls is a game where if you said a panopticon is a window, they'd be like, "Yes, of course, that's right." Here's the panopticon of the game. It's a giant window that you can see. Like
I mean, I feel like we could make an argument.
From. You can, yeah. No, I appreciate the glibness of definition in Dark Souls. Like like Dark Souls 2 is particularly good about this because of the fact that it is so eclectic, right? Like this is like that's always the, both what people cite as its strength and also its weakness. Like everyone will say like, well, the dev team didn't know what they were doing, or like it got started and stopped. Like no one had any direction or whatever. But like I think it's cool. Like I like that there's this, and then also the kind of fairy tale area, and then Majula, et cetera, et cetera. But even in Dark Souls 1, like just the glibness of introduction, like the fact that you can be in the Undead Burg and then like, oh, now you're in the Vale of Dragons. It's just really cool. Like it's just it's a sweet understanding of like what you need to define and what you do not need to define. I'm sorry, do you think there is not a bonfire ahead?
I don't think there is.
I think that thing may have been lying to you. That's also one of my complaints when people are so frustrated about like the world not connecting in the right ways. Like, oh, this doesn't like map out as like a space should or something like that, because I don't know, like the whole aesthetic of these games is constantly being sort of surprised by the strange pieces that are put into place. Like that giant mine in Demon Souls is just like, why is that there? Where did it come from? And there's no explanation and none given. Like, you can ask, but there's nothing to be told.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
No, I definitely like things that resist clear definition.
Mm-hmm.
And we're getting lots of armor that will teach us all about these interesting people we're running into.
Oh no! Oh, man. That guy really snuck up on you.
He really did. He just jumped with that. I do love the jumping with the battle axe kind of thing going on there.
It's going for it.
Raw for sniper spot. You know what? That's actually not bad bit of advice here. Look at that. Look at that.
Oh yeah, look at that. This guy's gonna hate when this happens to him. I thought he was gonna hit you with that bomb.
Yeah.
Surprised it didn't work.
But it did not work.
That was a pretty canny move by him.
Over here that we can. Anyone else we can just nail? Oh wait.
Oh, there you go.
I wonder if that'll work. It might be too far away. Jesus. Damn, I can't. I feel like I can get out on this step and just do it from here.
Yeah, I mean, he's not going to see you.
Oh, wait, there's that guy right here.
Oh, there's a guy. All right. There's a dog somewhere, too. You hear that, right? It's not just me.
It was a very Kingsfield moment. Just where like, you know, it's just like we see the fire arrow just coming at us slowly and we just kind of accept it.
It reminds me of my favorite part in our stream so far, when that person just nailed you right between the eyes, like right in like the tip of your visor.
Yeah, nothing is better than that. Like that's just
it's just so great.
Yeah. I have all these items. Look at all these soul items I have. I'm just picking up soul items left and right.
Soapstone looks like a little mushroom down there. I'm surprised it's not one.
Which one? Oh.
Small soapstone. Small white soapstone.
Huh.
A little mushroom.
Oh. Interesting.
Why is there a small one and a large one?
I don't remember the deal there.
I'm sure there's no
like at all.
Just kidding.
So many human effigies. Just gonna use one just to heal with. Because I've actually
why not? Yeah, right.
I've got so fucking many of them. Oh, and now I'm human. Oh, that means now I can get invaded. Shit.
No, that's good. Is this a classic invasion?
Oh wait,
spot?
It didn't even heal me. Are you kidding me? Oh, that's right. It just restores. It just. That's
just
bullshit.
Discard them. They're useless.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
A friend of mine, Ingwit, is playing Dark Souls 2 Vanilla based on like after being inspired by you talking about it on this series of videos.
Oh, that's so wonderful.
Yeah, and he has like he was really interested in the way that it like drops enemies. Yeah, it's funny here. He'll like DM me and say stuff about it, and he'll be like, "Yeah, I think like this is what's going on with the way it does enemies as opposed to Scholar of the First Sin." And he'll be like, "No, actually, that's not it. It's just very confusing what they did." Coming up with a theory of like how vanilla is different, or like what the thought process was in making Scholar of the First Sin. It's like it seems very difficult. It seems hard to kind of like reverse engineer those decisions.
I think I just conjured a guy to come up to me. I just willed him, and I don't know where he is now. Oh, he can't get through.
Oh,
that's so funny and tragic, and
that's a shame for him.
It really is. Actually,
it's an opportunity for you.
No,
Nice.
Okay, I don't think it's gonna work for old yet, but we'll give it a shot. Cause this is a fun time right here.
Oh no.
But then, yeah, that's what we gotta do.
I've never used the alluring skull.
Cool. This is what you. Damn it! It's not close enough. Well, maybe it will. Yeah.
No.
Oh, not quite enough.
That's
Walk
really
back
funny.
through the fire, my guy. Oh, shit.
Well, you could also do that. Take care around those dogs. Dogs. My least favorite animals.
No, like it's
so much.
Miyazaki
So
just like, you know, what who hurt you, my guy?
They're also they're also so like just the height variance, like it's like when
Oh shit.
oh jeez.
God.
Oh, man.
Okay. I wanna do something here. Let me go back to Majula. Because
time to go back.
Just chilling there. Just like did you do it yet? Did you get the big souls? I'm kind of waiting for you to get the big souls. Gotta munch some of these big souls.
Okay. Chow down on some souls. That's enough to get a level, right?
Yeah, actually, I forgot about that because I'm still using this garbage staff.
What do you need to get to the other one? Is it int?
It's two more int. Yeah. Let's see what we can get out of this. I don't think we can get 2 levels of int.
Bearer of.
Let's see what we can get. Now we can get 1.
Close.
It's close.
If you can go back and get your souls and then homeward bone, you can get that second one.
I could. It's true. Unless, do I have any big souls to munch on? No, I don't have any big souls to munch on. Alas.
No.
Okay. Well.
Back to.
Yeah. We can just do that. We can. We can take our time. Back to the far. Yeah. Okay. What I wanted to do was to buy more whatchamacallits. Health gems. Life gems.
Yeah, I can understand that.
But, maybe
the most tired man in the world.
Yeah, he really.
Lift down. Heal up.
Chest high water really stymies you in this game.
Yeah. Well, also if you also know if you get like even a little bit deeper, you're done for. Game will just end you. I like how much they went for it in this area and like in making it huge too. Like it really isn't an afterthought. It's a massive zone.
Yeah, no, it's really funny because like it's a massive zone that really just still serves as connective tissue. It's not like I think about that the part of the undead parish where it's the kind of the on fire. There's like the kind of urban street, and it's just like a street, and there's like the thieves that kind of pop out of doorways.
Yeah.
But like that exists to get you from the Berg to the Capra Demon, and that's it. Like there's nothing really going on there. But this is like taking that and like expanding it out into an entire zone.
Right, exactly. And it's another thing that people point to as like a negative or like a flaw of Dark Souls 2 is that like these like sort of aimless zones or whatever. But I think there's something to be said for it. Like it is kind of like a strange melancholy problem to have in Drag Lake, to have these like massive areas that are simply connective tissue. It's a big Drag Lake vibe, basically.
Yeah, it is. Fuck you, buddy.
Nice.
I wish you could take like just a half sip sometimes.
Me too.
Just give me like half a use of my Estus.
Just like a little soupçon. What if you just like the way it tastes?
I mean, the answer is no one just sips their Sunny D.
Did I ever tell you the story about how Sunny D is made? Did I ever tell you this?
No.
So my sister-in-law, so my brother-in-law's wife. So I'm not sure what you'd call her, but we're all pretty close. So I'll call her my sister-in-law. Her dad is an engineer, and he'll go to places and like see. He has to do like either consulting or like checking in on how their things are working or whatever, right? So a lot of the stuff he does is for like production areas. And he went to where Tropicana juice and Sunny D was made. And he said, basically, they take all the oranges and they bring them into Tropicana and they make orange juice. And then everything that's left over, like all the, all the leavings from like, okay, well, we made the orange juice and there's a little bit of orange like left and peels and all that stuff. They just load it up with sugar and toss it in a vat. That's how Sunny D is made. Like it literally, like the trucks go from one company to one place to the next. He said he never let his kids buy Sunny D again. But I kind of admire the pure avarice of it. It's pretty breathtaking. Sunny D ended up having a lot in common with purple stuff, it turns out.
Oh, come on.
Oh, that was the perfect angle, too.
I think it fizzles out before it gets to them. But
yeah.
Try one more time. Yeah. No.
Yeah. Do you think there are as many like drinks like that are just actively bad for you as there were when we were kids?
The existence of like 50 different kinds of muscle milk lead me to believe yes.
Very good point. Okay, no, you're right. It is a branding thing. Yeah. Because I was wondering, like, am I just missing it? Because they're not, like those barrels of just sugar water. You can't buy like a whole, pallet of them at the front of every grocery store anymore. But muscle milk, yeah, that's just vile. It might be even worse for you.
Yeah, I mean, I think the thing is that we replaced all of that with just like various, like the 50 different kinds of energy drinks that exist in the world.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. See, this is why I like making stuff with you, Dia, because when I ask questions like that, you know that I'm actually asking a question. I'm not trying to make some sort of millennials old, like you might be an elderly millennial if you.
The thing is, even if you were, you're gonna get an answer.
Well, yeah, and that's the other thing. That's how you beat memes. That's how you.
There,
you make sure
fucking got that.
I knew you would.
I'm sorry. I was like, no, I'm getting that motherfucker.
You can't. I think it's like genetically impossible to beat a Dark Souls game if you don't have some sort of like deep desire to solve situations like that, regardless of how stupid they are.
To get that one asshole who fucked you over.
You have to. You have to want that.
I hate these guys so fucking good. Give me your fucking radiant life, you assholes.
Well, there's your green souls down there.
Why am I stuck? Oh, because I was locked on to some bullshit.
His running away motion's so good.
No, I hate this though, because then they come back and they get pissed.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, they're not happy with you.
Yeah.
This is the other cool thing about having like a zone like this as like connective tissue that doesn't fully get fleshed out, is that you get these like eldritch horrors up here in your pirate movies.
Yeah.
What's that about?
Like, I don't know. I have no idea what the fucking deal with these guys is. But like, I hate them. I hate them so much. I hate the noises they make. I hate that they like cause like just like the most debilitating bleed of like any monster in a Dark Souls game.
And they're just like right at the point where you might be able to get out of this thing. Their hitbox is nuts. Like, instantly get nerfed in any fighting game.
Well, that was an extensive use of great soul arrows. But hey, look at all the radiant life. Oh, good, a tattered cloth robe.
Here, I thought I saw your green souls down there.
They're down there somewhere, but I'm up here now.
Wow, that's a... You know what? I hear that you can't take it with you, and that's true.
I mean, the thing is, like, okay, so they're down there, and I'm up here, and that means, you know, things are complicated now, because if I go down there and get them, odds are, might die.
Yeah.
Probably won't work out so good for old Dia. But
no, I don't think so. But then there's the greed.
Oh, but I could jump down here. Damn. Because there is that spot in there. That I think actually takes us to... Okay, now I got to do this. Because I think this is actually... Try jumping. No, I don't want to try jumping. I want to try...
Oh.
I can't remember if this is actually... Just don't do that.
We got some friends in there.
Yeah, I sure do.
Oh, there's and there's that door.
That's fine. God, I really should just homeward fucking bone right now. Just go get my fucking level.
Come on. This is the only way to feel alive in 2022.
I don't think this is actually what I wanted to do. No, it's...
Wait, was it? There was a like a steel grate door. Is that what you wanted?
I want
that way. Just take a left.
I want the other side of it.
Yeah.
Because I want to talk to that guy.
Well, sure.
And I keep forgetting where he is, and he's not. You know what? I bet I could probably jump that. Yep. Hell yeah.
Nice.
That's exactly what I wanted to do. Cool. That worked out. I'm gonna use one of these radiant life gems actually.
I mean, you got them.
Okay. Do I have? Okay, I do have homeward bones in here. That's good to know. Just in the event I need to, like, you know, really just get the fuck out of here with these souls.
It's so good. Like every Souls player is different, but every Souls player at core is the same person. Like that move where you said, "I wonder if I have some homeward bones," and you thought for a second, maybe I should go use this homeward bone and get my level, and then you didn't. That is the quintessence of playing a Souls game.
Yeah, no, that's how we do. Who's shooting at? Oh, it's that asshole. It's that asshole who has my souls and who killed me. Yeah, of course. All right, I need to get to a position where he can't shoot me. Okay, he can't get me here. Because I need to kill that guy over there, that guy on the ledge, and actually... How did you fucking finally manage that, you dick? I'm so mad about that. All right, I actually don't want this just yet. I want this because we're being sneaky right now. That's what we're doing. Is there a dude over there? No. Okay. Just this asshole on this ledge. Come on. Oh, come on.
Oh, no. You're kidding. Oh, that's ridiculous.
Fine. Fuck you, buddy. Guess what?
Oh, no. He's aiming.
No, he's too far. Bullshit.
Range for me, but not for thee, says that guy.
Yeah. Prick. Okay, we're not going to go in there. We're going to go over here. Okay. Okay. This is fine. This is fine and good. I got 20 dark orbs.
Comes from the life gem, by the way. I never noticed that before.
Yeah. Okay, so there's that's where.
Ugh. What's that thing?
I don't know. I don't actually.
It's troubling.
Yeah. Oh.
Ugh.
Talk about troubling.
Yeah, really.
There we go.
So, a real Skyrim style brawl there. Walk up some stairs, enter into some guys.
Okay. So, I'm trying to remember how I get... I guess... Did it look like I can just hop from here? Maybe I can. Yeah, hey, look at that. That wig out, Trevor.
Oh, yeah. I was kind of holding my breath there.
Try torch. Oh, that's right. There's those assholes down there. Liar. Illusory wallhead. No, there's not.
Liar.
Yeah, he certainly is. Okay. Look at this dude just hanging on. Look at him.
Sure, why not?
Hey, buddy.
Fantastic sabotage spot. Ooh, okay.
Sometimes you just gotta be that bitch. That's all there is to it. All right. So the thing is, there's a ladder here that makes our lives a lot easier. It's that right there. See that little, or not a little ladder, it's a bridge. Mm-hmm. And I have to get down to that section so I can run over that there, knock that shit down, and then open up the pathway over here. And then I don't have to deal with this whole section anymore.
Okay. That does make our lives a lot easier.
It does.
Can you open that door behind you?
No, because there's a whole bunch of those dudes in there from what I remember.
Okay. Yeah, don't do it then.
At least I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure that's where they all hang out.
Oh, that was a torch.
Oh, there's this guy.
Oh my god. I don't like him.
Yeah, no, they suck.
Jeez.
And he didn't even drop his cool shit. Yeah, there are just ninjas here for some reason. Like weird, like
plague doctor ninjas.
Yeah, right? Like they've got like they've got like these like sick claw gloves with like sickle like hooks on the end, like raptor. That's like velociraptor gloves, stuff, and then they've got these knives, and then they've got fucking like bladed toe shoes. And then then they got this weird heads.
Huh. Okay. All right.
Yeah, they're weird. They exist like there's only like a couple of them in the entire game, I think is the deal with them.
Okay.
And they're just weird dudes that show up, and I don't know what their deal is. They're like the Manakin, Manakin.
Like the things that sell you stuff in SMT3.
God.
things, and you never know. You never know what the horrible recesses of my mind will bring.
It's true.
So you're gonna run for it?
I don't want to. I don't think running for it is actually tactically sound enough at this point. Oh, yeah, there's another one.
Ooh.
Drop your cool shit.
Drop it. Ah.
It's like an incredibly rare drop. And there's only like, I think there's like 3 of them, and like that's it. There's some shit.
Do they respawn? I would hope so.
I want to say they don't, actually.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Okay, so there's dudes that show up around here somewhere. But I think we can make a break for this and just knock that shit down.
Definitely heal before you do it.
Oh yeah, good call. Gonna use that.
I could totally see that happening. Where are you? Oh, there's one. See him in wait there.
Oh yeah.
These guys are definitely sneaky. Got to give them that.
Hey, there's another one over there, isn't there?
Yep.
I think there's...
There is.
This is a game. This is just a game-ass game.
It is. Are you going this way now?
Yes, because I'm going to talk to this guy.
Oh, hey, it's him.
Yeah, it's this guy. What up, guy?
I sense power.
It's because I'm smart.
Very well. From this day, you shall be my new pupil. I am Carhillion, Carhillion of the Fold. Surely you've heard the name.
It's real full.
No, you don't have a big hat.
Afraid. Let us explore the limits of sorcery.
So he will reinforce our pyromancy flame, which is interesting. And he's also really he's just into sorcery.
I love sorcery. Ooh, that's a good one.
That is a pretty good one. What else does he have? Amber Herb, which this is an interesting addition that I don't know how I feel about it, and I think they get rid of it after this. Well, we get MP in Dark Souls 3, so yeah,
right.
But it restores your spell uses.
That's odd, yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. There's also the Twilight.
I love it. I'll admit.
Yeah, it's just a weird thing. Simpleton Spice is interesting. Lowers required intelligence by 1 for chosen spell. The thing about this is, if you're trying to keep your soul level at a certain level, or you only want to increase, for like, say you're a hexer like we are, we might actually end up using some of these because they will, because we have to keep our intelligence and our faith close, and at parity with one another. This allows us to not have to go to spend so many soul levels in int and faith. We could put them in vitality instead, but still be able to use some of the higher level spells if we so choose. It's an interesting mechanic.
Yeah, I like that one.
And then he's got all these this shit, but
isn't there there's great heavy soul arrow.
Yeah, it's a big boy. There's a lot of sorceries, but
one day my teachings will save you.
Yeah, none. We've embraced the dark, buddy.
Back already. Your diligence is commendable.
And of course, if we have an intelligence below, I think it's 14, he refuses to. He's just like, you're not smart enough. Ooh.
The forces of magic and souls lie dormant in this land.
Yeah.
And I always make dumb guys in this game.
It is a fitting place to hone my sorceries. I suspect that I may even conjure up new spells here.
Man.
Sorcery is yet a mystery, even to me. Let us mature together, young pupil.
Ugh.
I hate this guy.
Use scrolls to unleash the power of sorceries. But the power of each scroll is reliant on that of its owner. The untrained cannot wield a scroll to its proper potential. Never forget, young pupil, there are no shortcuts to mastery. The forces of magic, it is a fit, I suspect. Sorcerer.
Shut up, Carhillion.
One day might.
Do we have any spare ring slot? What are we currently rocking? Because I might just buy that. Oh yeah, we've got the life ring. We don't need the life ring. We'll buy the.
Yeah, that's a really good one.
Yeah, it's a solid ring for. It's only 2,000 souls. We don't need the 2,000 souls that bad.
Young pupil, do not take my teachings
stop
lightly.
doing that. I also need to not kill him.
Yeah, it seems like it would be very easy to do.
It's always like the funny thing in like these games is like there is always the risk of accidentally just whacking the shit out of one of the dudes, and like you really don't want that to happen.
Right.
All
right.
So we got the shortcut down. I'm debating. I'm
just grinning so big right now, assuming you are not going to Homeward Bone. Just like.
Well, I mean,
smile.
It's just like great. Actually, I do want to do this thing though. I want to do this number, regardless of what I do with my life going forward, so that I can make these things happen. Because these are important. There's a guy over there. I see him. See you, buddy.
Yeah, now you can go into that place, and those guys won't hurt you.
You can fucking hear them, right?
They don't like it. They hate it. No, they say. No.
I think this is just the one in here. Yeah. I don't remember if there's... Oh,
there's one out there. They just coexist with the pirates.
Yeah, I don't understand. Human effigy and life gem.
You really needed some human effigies.
Heavy boots.
Why did he have heavy boots?
Why not?
Fair enough.
Why do I have heavy boots?
Well, he can't wear heavy boots. His feet are too big.
Maybe he had normal feet at one point.
Okay.
I mean, why do they wear clothing? Like,
do they wear clothing?
They've got like a little loincloth.
Do they? I assume that's just modesty. All creatures in Dranglake have original sins, so they can't. Uh-oh.
No, I think this is actually... Oh. There we go.
Yay! Don't kill him.
No. Look at my good friend here.
I like him a lot.
I love this guy. I fucking love this guy. This is like one of the best characters in all of Dark Souls. Just take a good look. He's got his big. I mean, it's a barrel. It's a barrel.
It's never ending too. It just keeps refilling itself.
Yeah, it's one of those D&D items that you get in like the Dungeon Master's manual, where like it's like here's a list of just kind of like, magical items to put in your campaigns, and it's like, the water skin that constantly refills itself, only he's got the big beer mug that just continuously produces more beer. But let's talk to the guy.
Who are you? I, Gavlan. Gavlan will Gavlan deal. Gavlan wants soul. Many soul.
Gavlan's so cool.
What you want. With Gavlan, you wheel, you deal.
I love Gavlan. Fucking
Gavlan. Lonesome Gavlan. Oh.
Yeah, well, because he's not like lonely. He is just off on his own.
Oh, he is alone.
Yeah,
okay.
he is what we will learn is a Gyrm, a Gyrm, which the best you could really kind of make of it are kind of Hidetaka Miyazaki's concept of what dwarves are.
All right.
Like it's really
like
it's really kind of like the closest you get with them. I mean, look, he has this beard that extends out from underneath his helmet that he's drinking through the slots on the helmet. It's like my favorite thing.
That's so good.
He's pouring it into the eye slits on his helmet.
Grossest person in the world. It's great.
But so the deal with Gavlan is the only place we can sell items for souls.
Oh, okay.
So we have all this miscellaneous shit, right? And we can get rid of it with Gavlan. Gavlan will buy our crap. That's his deal.
Okay.
The thing is, after you've wheeled and dealed with Gavlan, he moves on. He keeps going. He doesn't
Where does he? Does he show up in?
He shows
places?
up later. Yeah, he will show up later. But he will just kind of keep moving on as he sees fit.
Wow,
it's very interesting in that way. But like we've got some stuff here that we're gonna sell Gavlan because we don't need it. I don't think I'm ever gonna use Pale Stone, so I can get rid of this. I don't need a Bleed Stone because we're not doing a bleed build. We might keep the Dragon Bone just because that's hard to come by. Let's see. I never use these. Well, I don't want to sell too many items that like are actually kind of interesting because I do want to read them and whatnot. The old Leo ring. I don't. This is this is the Ornstein's ring.
Yeah, Ornstein's ring. Yeah.
We don't need that. We can sell that. I'm not going to use a thrusting weapon with this. I love a lot of times I will do a rapier build in this game, even though rapiers just disintegrate. But you can do some sick. You can, because you've got the 4 rings, you can stack a number of rings, and that's one of them. I'm not going to bother with physical attack ring. This is the Ring of Blades is modeled after the Mad Knight of Alkin's weapon of choice. The kingdoms of Alkin and Ven long ago flourished on these very grounds. They were both founded by the same man, but were reduced to rivalry and spite.
Weird.
That's such a weird, like, what?
Founded by the same man.
They're Santa Monica
like a side project.
Like, yeah, like, so did he decide he was going to make two kingdoms in the same spot, like, or in this, like, kind of the same adjacency, or did he start Alkin and then, like, Alkin just kind of didn't work out, like he got rivals, so he just decided to start Ven. He's just like, fine, fuck you, have my kingdom, I'm gonna go start another one right over here.
But then why was it reduced to rivalry and spite? Wouldn't it have been founded upon rivalry and spite?
Right? That is a good question.
Boy.
Shout out to the Mad Knight of Alkin.
What do we think his weapon of choice is? Sword?
They look like some kind of strange sword. Yeah, it looks like kind of like a weird broad-bladed sword.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, we don't need that. Fuck the right ring. That doesn't fucking do anything.
What? Whoa.
But it doesn't do anything. We've read it and it doesn't do anything. Oh, we've got a hollow infantry helm and then an infantry helm. Okay, let's read the old knight helm. An old, undated helmet. That's interesting. It's undated. How old?
The other ones have dates on them.
How old could this nearly crumbling helmet be? Has extremely low durability. Sometimes, just as a thing falls to pieces, it unleashes its last flash of great power.
So beautiful.
Yeah, I love some of these item descriptions. Royal Swordsman's leggings. Leggings of a royal swordsman. Their shape provides defense while allowing great mobility. Stripped of ornamentation, these leggings are designed strictly for battle. King Vendrick supplied his bravest men with the best armor available to face the great giants, but very few returned alive. So, those are his best swordsmen.
Got some leggings. That's nice.
Yeah. Old ironclad gauntlets. Old gauntlets worn by ironclad soldiers provide high defense but extremely heavy. One day, warriors wearing decrepit armor emerged from Dranglake Castle and quietly assumed position amongst the royal army. Not one of them ever spoke a word or revealed the face under the mask.
Weird.
These are the big turtle guys. They're the old ironclads.
So strange.
Yeah. What's their deal? We'll have to go find out when we get to Dranglake Castle. Okay, let's see. Black hollow mage robes. Oh, that's right. This is the women's robes. They're because they wear them different sex robes.
Oh yeah, it's strange.
Hollow soldiers
dynamic
gauntlets
in these games.
Yeah, right. Gauntlets worn by hollowed royal soldiers. They appear to be crafted with quality materials, but are highly degraded and close to falling apart. Wearing these could be of little use. So Vendrick was supplying his guys with good stuff, but it's been so long that, yeah, again, crafted with quality materials. Like, this is a kingdom that had the power to supply its soldiers and infantry with decent gear to fight the giant menace.
Now this is not a good piece of equipment. He didn't shell out for helmets, which feels like maybe where you should spend your money.
Yeah, a piece of basic minimal equipment. Worse yet, it's worn and nearly falling apart. Not recommended unless your options are spent. It's always interesting to me when the item descriptions comment on the utility of the piece in question.
Right, yeah, like the game is looking out for you and saying listen, don't put the hollow infantry helm on.
Yeah. Okay, so it's this hollow infantry gloves. This again, minimal equipment.
Same thing, yeah.
Minimal equipment, okay. Then the infantry helm. At least it's light and easy to use.
Boy, Vendrick really should have spent some money on his helmets. I'm starting to see the flaw.
These are infantry, infantry. You just they're just there to kind of protect your royal swordsmen from.
Yeah, they're gonna eat up some of the damage. That's true.
Yeah. Okay, so here we go. Our Varangian armor. Varangian armor. And this is what we got dropped from those strange piratey looking dudes. Yeah. Armor worn by Varangians that terrorized nearby seas. The coastline stretches far in northern Dranglake. Beyond this northern sea is an unexplored continent said to be the home of things inhuman. I love that.
Might explain that. Yeah.
I love that we get so there's these big dudes that are they the inhuman things that the northern continent is their home?
I have to assume they're just friends with the pirates.
Or what's
coexist?
Because because there's those dudes. Are those the things that are the home, their home in Vangaria and but it's beyond this northern sea. So
it's also such a weird thing to say because there's so much inhuman stuff in all of Dranglake.
Yeah.
There's not a place in Dranglake where you're yeah, everything's human here.
So it's also interesting because we don't actually get a sense of the Varangians, where they're from. Right. We have the coastline stretches far in northern Dranglake, and there's a northern sea that's unnamed, and an unnamed, unexplored continent that is home to things inhuman. But then we get the Varangians. They're just these dudes that terrorize the nearby seas.
Now, you went to college in Varangia, right? Sorry.
Varangia Commonwealth University. Sometimes our basketball team does pretty good.
Usually we just terrorize nearby seas.
You know, it's just like it's like when we fuck over Duke, you know, and
yeah, there you go. Ruin their seeding or beat them in the tournament. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you know. Hollow soldier helm. Oh, here we go. Helm worn by hollowed royal soldiers appears to be crafted with quality materials. So again, the soldiers, the royal soldiers get the good shit.
Yeah.
Infantry, not so much. This is the brigand gear. This is an interesting stuff. Hood worn by looting brigands. Mountains surround Dranglake on 3 sides. So Dranglake's got 3 sides of mountains and then a coastline. And we guess, or maybe the coastline is part of the mountains. Who knows? Most travelers who try to cross them end up hapless prey to the countless brigands lurking there.
That's a shame.
I'm not going to wear brigand armor. So I'm just going to sell this.
You're no brigand.
I actually like the brigand armor. It's kind of cool.
It's not bad. Like the scaling seems
actually.
Many did.
Yeah, thanks, Gavlan. Let's just take a look at some of this armor because it's fun. The brigand set is a fun time.
Yeah, look at that.
It's like it's fun.
You look great.
Like it's got this neat little hat, and then, you know,
the hat looks like it's a wig.
Yeah, it's strange because it's like it's got this little like metal, you know, kind of headband piece holding it together, and there's like a white padded hood underneath it, or is that Derby's hair?
That's Derby's
hair. Okay, yeah. And so then you've got this like kind of almost like a turban, kind of.
But it kind of looks like Mary Tyler Moore hair.
Yeah, it's just very, very strange. But I love the brigand set, and there's the hunter set, which we found before we fought what's his face, Armorer Dennis. We found this corpse, and we found the hunter set, which is a nice. It's like this is like what you'd think of like, oh, your level 1, you know. Archery based rogue in what a Dungeons and Dragons campaign might look like.
Real red mage from Final Fantasy V.
Yeah, it does. Like there is that kind of like that vibe, this kind of, you know, like Italian Renaissance kind of flair to Dark Souls
totally
aesthetic sometimes. And then we got the input ahead, and I think that's nothing we really care about. What are hexers? We hexing. That's what we doing.
Let's get back to hexing.
Yeah. Yeah, the hexers armor. It's actually kind of good.
You want what?
Does he have anything to sell? Like, is there anything that he has that's interesting?
He sells the Ring of Giants, which increases poise. And he sells poison arrows. And then he sells poison moss, poison throwing knives, and rotting pine resin. Yeah, these guys, Gavlan wheels and deals with a lot of poison gear for some reason. All right, what else are we selling here? Let's get rid of the brigand set. We don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need that. Yeah, we read this yet? Oh, interesting. We get some mythology here. A large hat with a large brim, traditionally used by bow hunters. The hunting goddess Evlana was no goddess at all, but rather a brave and highly skilled bow huntress. Long after her demise, the passing of lore transformed her into a deity. So that's cool.
Yeah. Why does it's interesting that the narration knows, right? Like,
yeah, it's the I always wonder who, because like, it is clearly commenting on the items, but we get kind of usage, like we get like, a statement of what it is, armor made from soft leather. Okay. But then we get like when it editorializes, and we get sometimes we get some kind of historical or, world detail about it that, and then other times we get like kind of these, like sometimes we get like moral statements even about the gear itself.
Right.
So it's interesting. I always kind of like, I'm like, who's the item description? Who's the Herodotus of Dark Souls?
Well, it's a game that like also it like forces you to kind of like second guess the idea of an omniscient narrator. So like, some games you'd be like, oh, it's just like, it's just the omniscient narrator. But in Dark Souls, it's like, well, no, that's a really bad assumption to make in Dark Souls.
Right. And that's why, and it's funny because I always refer to, I'm like, it's like, who is the Herodotus? Because I'm just like, someone has compiled this like kind of encyclopedia of identification.
Well, and then like, knowing who the Herodotus is means that you know what the incorrect elements are too.
Right.
Herodotus is,
and like, that's the thing. Is like Herodotus wrote shit all of those guys, that he didn't even fucking go to half the time. Like, it's
like, oh, there's guys in England, there's guys in the Anglo-Saxon areas that have like no head and their faces are on their chest. We're like, oh wow. So like, how am I supposed to believe that there are non-human people up in Virginia?
Yeah, like it's there's all these questions I have about the item description. Like that is like probably one of the most interesting things to me in Dark Souls is,
oh, it's fascinating,
the authorship of the item descriptions. And so these are just few embellishments, lightweight and easy to use. So that's just the leather armor. It's leather armor, like you can't go wrong with leather armor. And it's true. A tattered cloth robe favored by pyromancers. It appears tattered, but in fact, its fabric is reinforced with pyromancy.
Now some real editorializing.
Magic is no show. It is an art that allows mere mortals to glimpse into the very fabric of what is and may be.
Wow.
That, like, yeah, like, what? We're getting, like, we're getting a statement about cosmology here. It's like, what is going on?
I mean, it doesn't even feel like a statement of fact or non-fact. It feels like it like not even an opinion. It feels almost like a I don't know, like a calumny or something like that. Like someone actually being like responding angrily to doubt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's very interesting. And like it almost like in a way it's like, responding to the way pyromancy was discussed in Dark Souls 1 and like again like I think in Dark Souls 3.
It's like a dirt art.
Yeah, it is. It's like this is mud people shit. Like why were you fucking with this? It comes from, people who like are disfigured and live in a swamp, and it's just like, wow, whoa there. But here we get this kind of, now hold on, this is power and belief, and this clothing is held together by magic.
They're responding to Big Hat Logan specifically,
right? And so this is our initial clothing. The cursed souls who wandered the lands of a strange way of ending up here, as if drawn from afar by some force, which is really like one of those things where it's like, what are we even talking about? What's going on with these these item descriptions now? Sometimes they just kind of ditch into these kind of statements.
Right, yeah, and like who knows? Are the people writing up these descriptions, are they the witches? I mean, they could be.
No, yeah, I didn't think about that.
They could be the Herodotus of the game.
They could. All right.
Herodotai.
All right, we need a dagger. We don't need a dagger. We don't need to read about the dagger. The broken thief's sword. Handled as a dagger due to its length. Favorite among thieves. Short sword. A reasonable choice that will suffice in many situations, but not the thing to take along if you expect to face any serious challenge. I love that. That's okay. That's our sword. Broken sword. Oh, a Varangian sword. Here we go. Oh, look at that. That's a huge bit of like text.
I've never seen an item description that long in Dark Souls, I don't think.
So, straight sword wielded by Varangians and engraved with a skull.
Wow.
A former king launched a campaign to capture these terrors of the high seas, but rather than imprison them, forced them into hard labor at no man's wharf. The king, racked with fear and suspicion, began to see the progenitor of the curse in anything and everything. During his reign, sorcerers in particular suffered dreadful persecution. So,
wow.
There was a king who became paranoid about the dark sign, the curse of the undead, and fucking just press ganged these pirates into being his like.
What I don't understand why like you take out the seafaring people, your seafaring threats, and you force them to make more ships for you. It's wild.
Yeah.
Also, do you agree that this king is definitely Vendrick?
See, that's the thing that really is interesting to me because it's a former king.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't Vendrick?
Wasn't Vendrick? Is he a former king? Doesn't he count as former?
Well, I thought he's still king. Isn't he's King Vendrick?
What about we'll find out later about the various undead elements of these things. But I guess you're right. I guess if it's a former king, there's only one king left, and it's Vendrick.
Yeah.
But it sounds a lot like Vendrick, right? Like fear of the curse.
Yeah. So then
quick to persecution.
And so, like, and he's the only king we know about, right? Like, we don't know about any other kings in this land and in Drangleic. And as far as we know, King Vendrick was fighting these giants a long fucking time ago.
Yeah, thousands of years ago.
So, what?
It's interesting.
That's
time moves strangely in Drangleic, Dia.
I love this.
I love that. Yeah, I'm shocked. I had no idea about that.
Yeah.
That detail about being press ganged into hard labor.
It's a bastard sword. Yeah. The standard greatsword. Heavy greatswords are designed to be wielded two-handed, normally swung in large arcs, and effective against multiple foes. Be wary that such attacks leave the wielder wide open. That's just very straightforward. And this is the greatsword. A straight sword with a very long blade. One of the few ultra greatswords. No human was intended to wield a sword of this weight or destructiveness. Only a few famed warriors have ever wielded this great blade, for it challenges the very limits of human ability. Yeah, this is
Miyazaki had to get it in there.
Like I just love it. Like this is let's build off of Berserk, and like we got to put the sword in. Maybe Dark Souls 3 I finally just break down and just Derby does like the full guts build. Maybe that's what happens. We'll see. Pour one out. The Mailbreaker, a slightly stubby thrusting sword, has a sharp, sturdy blade designed for thrusting. The Mailbreaker has a limited reach but a powerful critical attack, effective against foes donning thick armor or naturally hard skin. It's interesting when they list the effect sometimes in this.
Yeah. Because most things don't have
effects.
Yeah.
And it's interesting too because like you can get things that have effects very early. It's not like like slowly you kind of start getting like the elemental weapons and stuff like that.
Well, because that was like a super early weapon.
Yeah.
It wasn't like we had to wait around for that.
Hand axe, a crude hand axe, more of a tool than a weapon. Short range sustains close range, and therefore perilous combat. Yeah, okay, whatever. Bandit axe. Oh, here we go. An axe of bandits of the Ferosan outskirts. So now we have a kind of a name for the mountainous range.
Yeah.
Very sturdily built for the armament of a bandit. When Ferosa fell to war, its citizens were left landless and entirely to their own defenses. Many were reduced to thievery, while Ferosa knights scattered to the other lands as sellswords.
Okay, so Ferosa does no longer exists.
Yeah, it
fell in war.
It fell.
That's a shame.
And everyone kind of scattered, and the people just became bandits. Normally wielded by clerics, but clearly intended to draw blood. So that's a morning star.
I mean, yeah.
Your GM may not let you use that because it draws blood. Just saying. Might count as a bladed weapon. Winged spear, long spear with winged lugs, longer than standard spears, allowing for attacks from further away. Thrusting attacks are highly effective, even against opponents with high defense, but they have a narrow point of contact and won't effectively break through a shielded defense. So some of the weapons, like I like that it's not very predictable. Like
not
every
at all.
weapon has like like A, B, and C are going to fill in. It's just kind of this weapon is unique. This weapon is a weapon of war, and it just kind of has a very matter of fact. The halberd challenges a warrior's skills, but can be very effective weapon when two functions are applied properly. And
then there's stuff like like even stuff like the Vengarian sword or whatever is like that gives us the most lore, whereas stuff that's unique is like kind of interesting but not a lot.
So we have the old knight halberd, wielded by a warrior from a time so ancient that there exists no record of his endeavors.
So Herodotus here has a limit.
Yeah, that is true. I didn't think about that, but you're right. There's a limit to the whoever is writing these item descriptions, date of his knowledge. A leather whip, not normally used on a battlefield. Very effective against bare flesh, but not effective against enemies with armor like protection. Sell that. Do keeper sorcerer staff. Cleric sacred chime. Blah 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 blah. That's just about miracles.
Miracles.
We're not gonna use the bow. It's just equip up a 2 type there. Like, and this one is just like almost like game instructions. It's like dev text. Yep, more dev text.
Dev text. Wait, what are the
dev text.
What is the description of the binoculars?
Binoculars are used to peer at distant sights. A rare tool crafted in Volgan. These won't help you in battle, but with a little creativity can be put to good use.
That's right.
So that's interesting. Small leather shield. Nothing really interesting there.
No, not really.
The fancy name a nifty painter, surely a merchant's efforts to make a very ordinary shield more attractive. I love that.
I remember reading that, but I don't remember nifty.
Yeah. Clearly makeshift shield that does not offer significant defense. The only advantage of this shield is that it makes parrying easier.
Boy, foot soldiers really did not get a lot.
They did not.
It's rough.
Cleric's Parma. A Parma used by clerics on pilgrimage, enchanted with a somewhat fragile blessing that allows spells to be deflected by parrying.
Oh, that's strange.
Yeah, it's more of a lucky charm than a proper shield. Leather shield. A leather-covered shield preferred by hunters. Inferior to metal shields in terms of stability and physical damage reduction, but easy to use and weighs so little that it hardly requires any strength to bear. I think it's interesting that the hunters have a shield. It's not something that we really think of in terms of like in fantasy text of, rangers having shields.
Yeah, well, they usually wouldn't need them because their prey is their prey.
Yeah.
Like they're the predators.
So blue wooden shield, inferior to metal shields in terms of stability and physical reduction, but easy to use and weighing so little, blah, blah, blah. Wooden shield from ancient times.
It's interesting that it's ancient.
Yeah, and wood. It's still sticking around.
How to hang out.
The Watch Dragon armor. That's so the one that had the black and white. Serpentine dragons, which were very clearly framped and capped.
I love them so much.
I know. They're good dudes. Okay. So.
You're out of here.
Okay, we just read a bunch of item descriptions. We got a bunch of souls.
Here, talk to
Gavlan will, Gavlan deal.
Oh, all right. Gavlan doesn't have a
Gavlan wants soul. Many, many soul.
Gavlan is so good.
What you want?
We want to talk Gavlan.
With Gavlan, you will, you deal.
We can see
so
inside.
good.
No. Oh,
yikes. Gavlan is hollow. Literally.
Yeah, he is. We can't.
Can you see inside his head?
That's what I'm trying to see if I can.
Yeah.
Nope.
I guess if you walk down the hall, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Gavlan.
Okay, that's all Gavlan has to say.
Many deal, many thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well. Okay. Well, we can pull this and open this up, and then we get a little shortcut there. Isn't that interesting? But now we've got 20,000 souls. We've basically done this whole section up until we've opened the pathway to over here with the bridge.
We've done a lot, yeah.
We've done a lot. So we're gonna turn to the last bonfire. And
I really like that. Oh, that's interesting. So if you talk to him after purchasing 16,000 dice, he'll give the player the Gearm Great Axe.
Interesting.
Item description for the Gearm Great Axe. Let's see. A great axe used by the nomadic Gearm. At first glance, this great axe appears crude, but with further examination, one sees the fine craftsmanship of Gearm blacksmiths. Quite heavy for a human, but swung about with reckless abandon by the Gearm. Interesting.
Yeah. Gavlan. He's a cool guy. Okay, so first things first.
Bearer of the curse, seek lest this...
Level up.
Apparently, if you attack Gavlan, his response is, And if he retaliates, he says, you strong. Very good.
Gavlan.
I love him so much.
Okay. Well, so now I got our int and faith at 22.
That's good.
I'm trying to think of what I should... Yeah, let's bump up our vigor 1 point. And yeah, that sounds good. That's a whole bunch of levels. And now we can finally equip the Sunset Staff.
So excited.
A staff said to have been forged in Aldea, a catalyst for sorceries and hexes, particularly powerful for casting hexes. The mysterious Lord Aldea secluded himself inside a manor to conduct various experiments. Those invited to the manor disappeared, replaced over time with malformed beasts that roamed its halls.
Oh my.
So, we gotta look at this thing. This thing is cool.
That's really cool. Look at that. An evil man had it.
Yeah. But so now we have it. And we're not evil. We're Derby.
No, not really. Yeah, Derby's not evil.
Derby's not evil at all. Derby's never done a bad thing in Derby's life. You know, don't use that. And I think we could buy like 2 life gems with that.
Why not, right?
You could buy 1 life gem.
1 life gem. One life gem's better than none.
It's true. So, and now we've got this staff is going to do us better for the casting of hexes, which is good. We want to be able to cast better hexes.
Should we go talk to our friend? Get better hexes? Oh wait, we don't have any souls.
We don't have any souls right now, so no. But
bad idea. Yeah.
We're gonna do. Go back to Newman's Wharf real fast.
Would have lost my mind if you went to Heidi's Tower of Flame. What's going on?
Oh, look at this shadow.
Oh, that's rad.
That's so cool. That is super cool. All right, so now we're a real hexer. We got our clothes, we got our 6 staff, we got, you know, we're set for this shit. Nope. Don't want to fall off. All right. Actually, gonna run over here. Gonna run up here. This way, I can just deal with motherfuckers as they come. Yeah, you wanna come? You wanna come? Come on. Interesting that guy didn't leave yet. I thought he might have.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I figured he would have, like, you know, done the thing where they, like, fuck off after you.
Now, where does he go? If does he go to?
He goes to Majula. Yeah.
Okay.
What if I just like, hey, buddy, go to Majula?
Hold there. Use scroll, but they'll never forget.
Nope. Okay, fine.
One day, my teeth.
Maybe he'll go there once I, like, deal with this place more thoroughly.
Yeah, maybe. That would make sense. There was a whole pirate ship we haven't been on.
It's true. Gotta go figure out that pirate ship's business.
It's funny realizing that the thing we saw on the wall that looked like some sort of horrible bug was just a torch.
Yeah.
Very, very funny, ultimately.
It's like waiting for something horrible to just jump out at me.
The flaming log, like, tied to 2 ropes flies down at you or something.
Oh, look, there's these assholes.
Yeah, they knew. Guy took a hex right to the chest. Wow.
Yeah, wow.
That hurts. Cool.
I see you over there, buddy, with your bow.
Oh, this is so cool.
It was cool when he pulled out his sword.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, you gotta get close range. I'm gonna put my bow away and pull out my sword. And I was like, yeah, you know what? It's cool when you did that, my guy.
I'm sorry it had to happen this way. Oh no, another one of those bandage guys.
Yeah, look at that. What's he
Frank
doing
Miller,
on this?
Sin City again?
He's on this boat. No. That doesn't really do.
It's because his defense is very high. Wow.
Yeah, he's
serious.
He's a big boy full of bandages. And there's just up here. It's a weird cage.
It's cool.
There's an ornate steering wheel. And so that's that up here. I guess we'll have to just go down. See what's
that way.
Openable chests.
Some lobsters in the Dewey Decimal System.
Yeah. Oh. There's a fog door.
Oh no. Oh no.
That's it.
If I'm remembering correctly, the boss behind here is interesting.
You are remembering correctly.
I have a memory of, like, beating them the first time I fought them, and, like, just being so happy because this area had, like, completely screwed me over.
Yeah, it's quite the area.
Oh yeah.
So this is a neat thing. So we can apply dark to our weapon, and since we are a hexer and we are embracing the dark,
super dark, yeah,
I figure we'll you know, we might have some fun with that. Can I not use it?
Maybe you can only use it when you have only this.
My sword is already got fire on it. That's why.
Oh, well, that's a shame.
Okay, so here we are. We're gonna go fight a boss.
Let's do it.
We're gonna go fight a boss. The interesting thing to remember is in Dark Souls 1, before we fight this boss, one of the classic way to handle all enemies, but especially many bosses, was to lock on and circle strafe around them. Just roll around behind them and hit them in the back.
Yes. Many a boss was destroyed this way.
Well.
Ooh, yikes. Surely the Flexile Sentry will. We can just go to their side now.
What if it doesn't have a back? This guy's got a lot of hit points.
Yeah. Now the pole in the middle is funny because it basically encourages you to do that technique, except
yeah,
it's just now it's just running away. You don't have a safe side. That faster cast is like definitely you can see the difference.
Yeah, you can feel it. It was worth 2,000 souls.
Oh yeah, I thought a.
Oh shit!
Oh boy! Oh. Chug.
Derby, good.
Great. Boy, the Flexile Sentry really gets in on you. Oh, so he can hit you through the pole, but you can't hit him.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Nice.
So there we go. Done. So yeah, how do you solve a problem like circle strafing? Well, you put another dude on the back of your first dude.
The Flexile Sentry seems like he had some bad stuff done to him.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, you know, what is the situation here? Like, you know, were you constructed? You know, we get that kind of note about and this is an interesting kind of spectral fire on that. Yeah, it's not a normal fire. And then we've got this thing over here. Huh. It's kind of strange. You know, this is those things you had to make in your guild house, in your free company house in Final Fantasy, so that you could have the airship. But it's got this little engraving on it down here.
Oh, I like that. That's cool. I can't make heads or tails.
I really can't make out. There's like a horse, or maybe a tapir.
A person running away from a yeah. You're right. It looks like a tapir.
I think it's supposed to be a horse, but it's like coming out of like the forest, and there's bodies. I really can't quite make out of this side. It's easier to see.
No, that looks like a wolf almost.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah. Well, you gonna get that treasure? I like the spider web on top. That's cool.
Yeah, it's interesting. The spider web, it's holding kind of a gem, a crystal in the middle, and then there's this kind of weird scrying like thing over here. Is that supposed to be? I don't know what's going on. This is a weird implement that is this very fascinating. And what's in here? What's in this box? It's a large iron chest. A pyromancy flame and the pyromancy fireball.
Well, now we can go get that reinforced by our friend.
We could. But first we're going to examine this interesting thing, and then a bell rings.
Oh, away we go.
Yeah, I think it's interesting that we just hop on this ship and, you know, the bell rings and it's off we go. I think there's a crow's cage at the top of the mast. and like there's no sails on it that work. There's this horrible blue flames. It just goes, and it brings us here. But
the momentum of the damned.
So we're on this strange pier where the water here is a much more. It's interesting because the water here is, it's more glass-like, but it's because the way the moonlight is, and we get that horrible weird. It's like almost moonlight, but it's almost like a sun. Yeah.
Ugh.
But it makes the water here look much more fractured.
I love looking at the water here.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. What a great effect.
Hurrah for cave. Jumping required ahead. Praise the sun. I guess if that's what you're calling a sun.
Yeah, that's kind of weak. Sort of grasping at straws there.
I always appreciate. Think carefully, skeleton. Oh. Well, look at that. There's some dudes that seem to be at rest.
Are there any of those like oh, okay. Sorry, that looked like the tongues of those absolutely horrifying things from, I forget if that's from Demon Souls, Dark Souls, or both.
Oh,
yeah, you know the ones that get you and they drag you up.
Yeah.
Bold of you to get in an elevator in Dark Souls 2.
With 16,000 souls, just going up. Where could we possibly be going up to? These prison cells. We can't get into many of them, but we can come into this one. We can read a message.
Interesting.
Rear, therefore, hurrah for tail. There's no illusory wall here.
I don't know.
Soul of a proud knight, a radiant gem.
Take that.
Oh, well, this is stairwell up. We're at the Lost Bastille again.
What? No.
I know. Isn't that weird? Poor soul. Oh, look at them. They're just dead.
Poor soul indeed.
They're
they're done for.
It's always interesting when you run into just someone that's just dead in Dark Souls,
I never trust it.
Raw for skeleton. Common fruit. Hurrah for skeleton. Hurrah for common fruit, really.
Always good when it's been stored in these kind of conditions, too.
I think. And here's a bonfire.
All right.
So now we got 2 bonfires. We got a cool shadow.
That's so good. I love watching it turn.
It really is. It's really fun. It's cooler than my white mage staff in Final Fantasy 14 now.
And you worked a lot harder for that staff than this one.
Really did. I just talked to a guy for a couple times. All right, so here we go. We've got 16,000 souls, which we could spend, but I want to actually.
I knew you.
What if I just? I'm gonna buy a fragrant branch of
I knew you were gonna buy that.
We're gonna finally buy it because we got 16,000 souls, and it makes sense to buy it now. I could buy the Pharaoh's Luckstone, but I'm not going to just yet.
Wait, didn't you already buy that one? It says they have 0.
Oh, huh. Why is it? That's interesting.
I think you bought it from her already.
Yeah. I don't know why. There's still some of these. Okay.
Thank you, kind.
But I've got this staff, and we're gonna keep this staff.
I knew you'd be around soon.
This staff is just what we're gonna use. I think. Can he reinforce it, or do I have to go? No, that's
you hit buy now.
Yeah. Reinforce. There we go. So I need Twinkling Titanite. I don't have none Twinkling Titanite, and he doesn't sell any.
Where can we find it?
Well, you know, we're probably gonna have to
Farm it.
we might have to farm it. We might have to, you know, see if we find any little sparkly dudes. But there is another way that we might be able to get some Twinkling Titanite. Oh wait, I went the wrong way. This is where I want to go. That's for later.
Ah.
You, give us smooth. Yes, you, give us silky.
Siblings.
Siblings. So we do have a few of these small, smooth, and silky stones. Oh, no, don't use it. God damn it.
What does it do when you use it?
I don't know.
Read the description. Find out what happened to you.
Slightly restore HP.
Well.
Yeah. So nice, so smooth. Yeah, silky smooth.
God damn it. I'm so mad.
Very
Pick up
funny.
item. Human effigy. Yeah.
Give us smooth.
That's the thing,
Well-
because
Yes, you, give us silky.
alas. All right, come on. Just give me one Twinkling Titanite. Come on, guys. I don't know if I think it might be. You might need to do the petrified thing, but
So
we'll
nice,
see.
so smooth.
So nice. So smooth.
Yeah.
Cracked red eye.
Ew,
God,
ew.
you guys didn't even give me anything useful.
Looks like no. Oh yes, small, smooth, and silky stone, or smooth and silky stone.
Yeah,
But it looks like you can get a lot of different things for it.
yeah. That's like that. That's you can get like all sorts of the little like kind of like the rarer items for trading those in, but oh well. That's it's just how it is sometimes. But for now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna actually munch this soul. And I don't think the Flexile Sentry doesn't give me anything that I care about.
Wait, read it.
Oh, yeah, good call. The Flexile Sentry is a merciless creature whose purpose is to punish the undead. So
Punish them.
Yeah, it's whose purpose. So this is a creature has a purpose.
Well, that seems to be the thing that king made.
That seems like a constructed thing. Yeah. Interesting.
Yes, very.
Common fruit temporarily boosts poison resist. This common fruit has no taste, but when facing a true chest of metal, its benefits could make the difference between life and death.
Wow.
The spotted fruit, but it looks more lumpy and globular than spotted.
Yeah, it looks like it's like one of those things that you squeeze and like a little bit comes out as like a slime ball or something like that.
I don't like that, Frank. I don't like that concept.
Slime ball?
I don't like that. I don't like the concept of squeezing it and slime balls come out of it. That's
listen, that kids love it.
Buy something, anything.
God, Melentia, don't be so desperate.
Yeah, boy. People can smell that a mile away, Melentia.
Yeah, so we can buy 35.
I mean, look, you're talking to the guy who always buys 99 potions as soon as I can in any like JRPG.
It's really funny. Did you see my I've been playing through Final Fantasy 1 on my Vita, the NES one, and I finally just kind of like one day I was just like, I got all this money from doing the Marsh Cave, and I was just like, fine, I'm just gonna buy 99 potions because who needs a white mage?
Yeah, 99 potions rocks,
and
it's like the best way to play.
But like, it was just like I just, like the amount of time it takes to buy one potion at a time and go back, and it backs you out of the menu fully every time. It was great, but it was also very expensive because Final Fantasy 1 items cost a lot, and money is actually kind of in short supply for a long time in that game. But I was just like, I just did it. I'm like, I'm buying all this. I'm buying all, but like 99 health potions, 99 or like 30, antidotes, and then like 40 softs.
Oh man,
interesting.
Oh.
I will always be here, watching over you.
Thanks, Greg. Oh, we got a blood bite ring for it.
May you find peace on your journey.
What covenant are we even in at this point?
Remember, it's the Blue Sentinels.
Oh, we are. I'm just surprised we ended up getting a ring for that. The blood bite ring increases bleeding resistance. Yeah. One of the several bite rings known for their peculiar design, increasing bleeding resistance. The similar, oddly disturbing design of these rings suggests a common source. Whoever the master craftsman was, he clearly knew his trade.
What's so disturbing about it?
Yeah, I don't know. I do find it interesting that like there are gaps in the knowledge. Yeah. Beyond things just being too ancient, which is interesting, but like there are just areas where like it's just like our Herodotus does not know, but admits to not knowing, which is the interesting thing.
Yeah, which is unlike a lot of ancient historians, or maybe any ancient historian.
Yeah, who like will just be like, oh, I'll tell you this thing, I'll just make it up on the fucking fly if I have to.
Oh, I know what it is. Yeah, exactly.
So I think that is an episode. Next time.
I think, well, yeah, any more and you'd get me being sleepier and sleepier. So I'd say things like, monsters.
The last time I was a sleepy one, this time it's your turn.
I'm so sleepy.
But, Trevor, where can people find you?
Hagelbon on Twitter, and I have a book called Story Mode that I think is available still, I hope. And if not, I'm looking to get more out there, so keep your eyes peeled. There's an ebook too, so
if you want links, they're going to be in the bottom. You can find me at Dialacina on Twitter, but you probably already know that. All right, till next time. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.